The Rams lose their third straight game. They are now 7-4 after starting 7-1. They lose to the Packers 36-28. It was a one-score game at the end, but this game was not that close. The Packers thoroughly dominated the Rams throughout the 60 minutes. And now 3 straight losses to the Titans, 49ers, and Packers. They do have the Jaguars next, and then they close out with the Cardinals, Seahawks, Vikings, Ravens, and 49ers. So that's a very tough schedule. Only the Jaguars is the game that you could see them like just flat out win, and the Seahawks if they don't turn it around. But other than that, you got the Cardinals. The Vikings have been tough. They've lost a lot of close games, but they've had a lot of solid victories too, and all their losses have been competitive. The Ravens with Lamar Jackson and the 49ers who have turned it around. So if they keep going on this skid, you could end up like 9-8, 10-7 to end the season in a wild card spot. I don't think they have a chance of missing the playoffs just because all the other teams are pretty far down the standings, especially for that 7th spot. But I could see them potentially finishing 7th or 6th in the wild card race if they don't stop this bleeding. But that's just crazy. It's crazy how much a narrative could change. It's crazy how our perspective, our outlook on a team can change from week to week, let alone in a month or 3 weeks. I remember the Rams were 7-1. They were flying. They were looking good. Matthew Stafford was the MVP favorite. Everyone was touting the Rams organization for going all in, for getting Von Miller, for picking up OBJ. It was sweet. It was sweet. I have Rams fans all over my Instagram, and they were posting. They were like Super Bowl bound. Like, that's it. Give us the ring. Like, start measuring our fingers. Like, all that good stuff. Everyone thought, not everyone, but a lot of people were like, okay, the Rams are for real. 7-1. They might be the favorites, the NFC favorites to represent them in the Super Bowl. And now here we are, beginning of December, and they lose 3 straight. Matthew Stafford has completely regressed. He looks like the Matthew Stafford of the Lions, where you could tell he has a lot of talent, but he doesn't have that it factor. He can't carry a team. He can't really just galvanize the entire locker room and get them to play better. He kind of, when it starts going bad, he goes along with the ride. He can't turn it. He can't steer the ship. This is his 3rd straight game with a pick six. That's not good. Obviously, it's not good. He's the first quarterback to do it since Matt Schaub, and that's not the company you want to be in. We were talking about Matthew Stafford. People were saying if he would have left the Lions earlier, he would be on a gold jacket type of path. That's how much talent he has. That's how good his arm is. But now we're comparing him to Matt Schaub. And no disrespect to Matt Schaub. I actually really enjoyed Matt Schaub. He did have the yards. He was the yards leader for one season, and he did put up nice numbers for the Texans. But if you're getting compared to Matt Schaub, then, you are nowhere near gold jacket material. So Matthew Stafford has to pick it up. He has to step up. They gave up a lot of capital to get him. And so far, he's only really delivered against the weak teams. And the way he's playing, I don't even see the Rams winning one playoff game. Like, he needs to pick it up. He needs to look better in the pocket. He had 3 straight games with the pick six, but he could have had more pick sixes. He, like, at the end when they were trying to drive to make the score look a little better, he almost threw another one where he kind of threw it out to the flat and it hung up and it just got missed by a little bit. So Matthew Stafford, he looks shaky. I do know that he's a little bit hurt, but everyone's hurt at this point. Baker Mayfield, everyone's playing hurt. So you got to pick it up. Obviously, the loss of Robert Woods doesn't help. Don't want to overstate or understate the importance of Robert Woods. He was pivotal for them. He was great for them on 3rd down. He could do everything. He could run across. He could go deep. He could do the bubble screens. He could do the end arounds. He did a little bit of everything. He was like an all-gadget wide receiver, so losing him doesn't help. But he's under Sean McVay, and I know he's going to draw up some plays for him. He just has to hit him. He needs to look more comfortable in the pocket. He needs to protect the football better. He needs to have more pocket awareness and just make better decisions. And yeah, now that they lost 3 straight and the Cardinals have still been able to ride the ship even without Kyler Murray, It looks like the NFC West is out of reach. It just looks like they're not going to be able to catch up to the Cardinals. So now they have to just try to get that top wild card spot. And if the Rams go away from home in the playoffs, their chances significantly go down. I don't have them going to Lambeau or going to Tampa Bay. Any of those other teams, I don't see them going to Dallas and pulling up the upset, let alone several upsets to get to the Super Bowl. So it looks like the Rams wasted an opportunity. They were in the driver's seat. They were 7-1. The Super Bowl is at SoFi Stadium. They could have played at home, but it looks like they're kind of wasting away their opportunity. And I think the onus is on Matthew Stafford to turn it around. And that defense too. That defense has a lot of star power. A lot of star power. They need to start playing better. Aaron Donald needs to get more pressures. Needs to look like the old Aaron Donald. And the Rams just need to turn around because there's too much talent there. They're way too top heavy to not be doing better. But I think Jaguars come at the perfect time for them. If they don't beat the Jaguars or if they look bad against the Jaguars, then it's a wrap. Like, you could just count them. They're going to make the playoffs, but you could just count them out from the Super Bowl.